and welcome to this week's review. I am your host, Proulx, and joining me as always is MightyMango. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, so I guess we'll just jump right in. We had a fun little game this week, which was a volleyball game, right?
Yeah, it was Super Volley Blast, developed and published by Unfinished Pixel. It was released October 31st, 2018, so a little while ago, but for a low price of $9.99. And this, it was made, Unfinished Pixel, by the way, was the same people that made Spy Chameleon, if you guys have played that.
Oh, I have not.
So, it is a 2D-ish volleyball game. And for me, it reminded me of Super Dodgeball on the NES. I don't know if you've ever played that.
Oh, wow, that's going back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. Yeah, it's an isometric 2-on-2 volleyball game. And it's real simplistic, cartoony. But the controls are tight, the mechanics are solid, and I had a blast with it, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good game. I thought it was, like you said, simple. I can't do the Super Volley Blast, though, the blast thing. What am I doing wrong? It said, I looked at the control tutorial, and it said to time it with the red circle, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, really? I didn't even know there was a red circle. I just got lucky sometimes, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there's actually a red circle you're supposed to pay attention to, and if you do that, then you do the Super Volley Blast. But I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I couldn't do it.
Interesting.
So I'm terrible.
Yeah, it's a really interesting kind of skill cap in this game. I played it for the first night with my roommate, and we had a lot of fun. We did all the modifiers and stuff where you can turn the volleyball into a bomb or a chicken or something.
The chicken was funny.
Yeah, the chicken was good. And you could make the whole field ice so it's slippery. So you can just change some of the rules and stuff, and that's like the party mode, and we were having a lot of fun. But then we started ratcheting up the difficulty playing against the harder AI, and that provided a lot of challenge up until a certain point. And this is the same thing with story mode. Once you beat the game, you have to play new game plus and then new game plus, which just makes the AI a little harder. But you get to a certain point in the game where you know all of the tricks that the AI can do to you, and you know how to counter them, and then the entire game completely loses its point because you know exactly how to beat it. So, but it's still fun, especially with people. It was a really good time.
Yeah, I only ever played it solo in story mode, and then I did the blast mode, as they call it, or super blast mode, with all the modifiers and such.
Yeah.
And then for achievements, I edited a bunch of avatars.
Yep. Yeah.
I made a lot of bearded ladies.
Yeah, the list is actually pretty straightforward. There's 32 achievements. Most of them are for doing things that you're going to just naturally do. Get a bunch of blocks, a bunch of scores, win the story mode. There's a few that you'll have to go out of your way for, like the avatar thing, but that's super easy. You have to play like the longest tournament possible in the game. Certain specific modes, but none of them. I've completed the game. I'd probably guess in about 8 hours or so.
Yeah, I would say nothing. There's nothing that's really off-putting that you're really going to be mad about. And I mean, the story mode, you got story mode plus, and story mode plus. I mean, I guess that would be the only kind of grindy thing. It's not really even that grindy. Or would you think the 16-team tournament would be more grindy?
Neither really. The game doesn't really overstay its welcome. The story mode is only, I think, 6 or 7 matches, so it's not really terribly long. So you do your 3 story modes. You play some of the modifier games, which are fun anyways because it's switching it up. Really, the biggest drag for me was the tournament mode, just because I was done with the game at that point, except for that one achievement. But honestly, that's only like a 20-25 minute achievement anyway, so it's really not that bad.
So it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the stuff, I mean, like playing all the matches, you kind of just get as you play anyway for those achievements. So.
Yeah. It was actually, as of this release, either today or yesterday, it was on sale for $6.99, but its regular price is $9.99, which I think is a fair price.
By the time I think everybody hears this podcast, it'll be back to normal price, I think.
Yeah, yep, I think so. It's certainly a steal at $7, but $10 is totally fair to me.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not terrible. It's fun. It's cute. I liked some of the characters in story mode where when you play against Chun-Li from Street Fighter, and they kind of go, hey, you guys we recognize from someplace.
Yeah,
The dialogue's kind of quirky and funny.
It's each of the teams you play against has like a theme, and so like one of the teams is Spider-Man and the Hulk, but obviously not really Spider-Man and the Hulk because you can't say that. So it's just a play on things. But yeah, it's got a lot of charm, a lot of personality. It's a cute little game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really much else to say.
Well, yeah, I mean,
$10.
it's a sports game, volleyball game. It'd be like talking about Madden. We can go into the mechanics, but the mechanics are really simple. It's just a couple buttons and.
Yeah. It literally is. There's one function for each button, each of the face buttons, and that's it. It's pass, spike, lob, and
jump.
Jump. Yeah.
Did you ever use the lob button? I never used the lob button.
No,
was just doing the pass, jump, and spike.
Yeah. So, like I was talking about with the AI reaching a certain point, once the ball gets onto their side of the court, you can tell who is going to pass it and who's going to spike it. They telegraph it by the position that their legs are in and where they're facing. So at that point, you can literally just sit in front of not the fence, but the net and block them.
So it's good enough for the block achievement.
Yep, yeah. That's super easy. So, yeah, there's really not much else to say. $10, 8 hours, and you're gonna have a good time with this game. So
yeah, and if like you were saying, if you want to play with friends, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, absolutely, a lot of fun. And I found out, so I was a little upset because it looked like you couldn't play story mode with your local players, but it looks I've discovered that you can. So that would make that
that makes it even more fun then.
Yeah, even less of a grind for that one. So. Yeah, check out Super Volley Blast.
Yep, from Unfinished Pixel for probably tomorrow, $9.99.
Yep. All right, and back to you guys.